last time we played. Are you ready, Ed, for recording? Should have asked that
I'm
before.
100% not ready, but go. You're good. I got it. I just had to move some cameras around. We're set.
All good. Alrighty. So last time we played, you all finished your bartering with Domnolcia, the local bard and a bit of an information broker, paying you for your quest information, regardless of it not being exactly what she wanted. She did offer you an introductory job to the Ebon Shapers, a criminal organization that operates in and around Warden's Charge. The job seems simple and has you pick up an item from Meepo's useful items in one area of the city and drop it off at the Hapless Hydra on the other end of the city, while avoiding being picked up by the enforcers. After negotiations were complete, she left and everyone went to bed. The night was fraught with dreams of loss for each character. And particularly for Helmar, whose dreams also included a dream of the dungeon that you all landed at, and Quesh in his ghostly form. Waking to a room covered in carvings of words, sentences, and crude drawings, which are all pinned in the announcements channel in Discord. So Hjalmar writing all that down, you all spent a few hours carving out more to obscure the original meaning, making your way out before the damage was discovered. You all made your way back to Warden's Charge to pick up the item from Meepo, who turned out to be an eccentric kobold inventor of sorts. Upon showing him the coin that Domnolcia had given you, your package is a large item that was only slightly obscured by what looks like blankets or cloaks that are tied around it, a makeshift frame with straps to make it into a kind of backpack, a second piece of the package with 3 kind of cylinders also wrapped in blankets has been made into a kind of side satchel. After Meepo attempted to sell you some of his useful items and accidentally creating a small burst of flame during a demonstration of some black powder, he went ahead to sell Argo some black powder. And Dustin, I didn't have the prices on hand last time, but I'll say that if you would like, you can put aside some money now as materials to craft that ammunition later.
Okay, I will do that.
Alrighty.
Remember, I can make this for you.
And that is where we're going to pick back up. With the party about to leave Meepo's useful items with a couple of shoddily obscured packages. I believe Hjalmar was carrying the larger package. Who was carrying the smaller one, or was Hjalmar carrying both?
What was the small package? I can't remember.
Yeah, that slipped my mind a little bit.
I remember one.
There's one big misshapen one.
Yeah,
the
and then there were 3 kind of cylindrical canisters, all kind of fit together on something that were also individually wrapped in blankets that had one strap coming off of it so that you could carry it as like a side satchel. They're both part of the same package, but he put it into 2 parts.
Oh. I mean, I can carry both, I suppose, depending on...
I don't think I grabbed any.
Well-
I didn't have a specific item written up for it, and I don't know if we got that far. But
Okay. Usually I write something down. Right. Nope, nothing for me.
I would say if HJ wants to take it, they should consolidate all the illegal things on one person.
all right.
Hey, we don't know this is illegal.
Right.
And we best assume that it's not.
We can assume.
And Meepo's still in the room. If you start moving to leave, we'll say, wait. Fortress Watch, yes? And then he'll rummage around in a pile, pull out what looks like a large metal tube with a couple of weird ends on them, and he kind of sticks it up, and there's a broken window up above the door that he sticks this in through the broken part and kind of puts his eyes into a hole on the other end. And he says, yes, yes, they watch. You go this way. And then he kind of digs through a little bit of things and then pulls open what looks like kind of a barrel sitting on its side. He pulls open the kind of flat side of the barrel, and it just hinges in a way that you wouldn't look to see that this did this. And it hinges out into a kind of door tunnel. And looking inside the large barrel itself, and this will be a tight fit for Hjalmar for sure, but you can see that there's been a kind of tunnel dug out in here that leads deeper down into some kind of dark area you can't see much farther in. You go this way. Enforcers don't see you. Leave. Don't let them see you until you get to Frozen Swamps District. Should be good then.
I got no problem getting out of the sun.
Why are we hiding?
Ain't what we doing a little bit shady?
Package
It's
for
completely
Evan Chambers.
legal.
They like their own business.
Hey, there's patches underground. It's probably the safer way to go.
This put you out 2 blocks that way.
Okay.
Makes it so no one sees us leave the shop.
If you say so.
I'm all for
Hell.
taking the safer path.
Am I, can I fit in this, or am I squeezing?
It's gonna squeeze for a little bit at least.
Oh, boy. Okay. Is it going to affect the thing I'm carrying?
You'll probably have to like take it off and kind of put that through.
Oh, man.
Somebody else taking it. Alrun could maybe pull it through. Alrun, you fit pretty well in here. This is actually spacious for the kobold. It looked like it was more made for Meepo than it was for anyone else.
Alright, HJ,
Nice.
you just gotta get into like a cave diver position and you just gotta really stick in there. You ever seen those videos? They're terrifying.
I like to be able to use my feet.
Should definitely listen to Kurt though on this. He has experience.
I do know, well, I've frequented the underground most of my life.
I live in the snow.
It's cold down there, so maybe you'll get used to that.
That's
Halfway.
not how this works.
Halfway is how it works. Just gotta get used to the dark.
Let's just go.
I'll go first. Yeah, Kurt heads down there.
Alrighty. So, heading through, you have to crawl through a little bit of this tunnel, but it kind of opens out into what looks like an adjacent basement. And you'll see on the other end of the room, there is also another carved tunnel. And this tunnel, it looks like it's somewhat rounded, but the tunnel in front of you is kind of 2 of those rounded shapes on top of each other, in order to make enough room for a kobold to easily walk or run through.
You have like a drill set up somewhere? He's just kind of...
Alright, is
Okay.
everybody coming or what?
Yeah, I think. You said it comes out 2 blocks in the Frozen Swamp District.
He said 2 blocks that way, pointing what is towards the Frozen Swamps District, but it will not
Right.
take you all the way to that district. This is going to just take you a couple blocks away,
Yeah, you know.
and then you'll get to this.
You know what? How about this? Y'all go crawling through the dark. That sounds like fun for you. I am going to. Hey, little man. can you help me just find some trash you're not particularly favorable of, and we can wrap this up in a bundle, and I can make my way out. I'm gonna act like a bit of a diversion. So they're gonna see me leaving here with a parcel, and they're thinking I'm gonna be what they're after.
That's not a bad idea, and then if you don't got nothing of any consequence, they can't do nothing about it.
Then they can follow you to where we meet.
That's true, but how about if that's gonna be the case, you don't meet us until after the parcel's delivered?
Yeah, that works. If anything, I could just meet you back at the inn later. Make sure you all get to where you're going.
The deed is done, there's nothing they can do about it, whoever might be watching.
This seems like a good plan. You buy useful item and use that instead of trash.
What if you just give us some trash?
It ain't gonna make a difference.
See, the thing you don't understand here is these are all useful items.
He understand, he kobold.
That's cool. So how about you give me a couple of bundles of this trash you got all over the floor, and I'll put those up on my backpack. Cover it with a black blanket, because black is suspicious, and we'll call it a day.
He'll kind of rummage around a little bit, find an area. He says, this old prototype didn't work. And you see this kind of large cylinder thing that looks like it's been cracked around in kind of like a half spiral. That was almost like, you know, those croissant tubes that you like peel the label off and then they pop.
They explode if you touch them in the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cut looks like that, and so it looks like something like that happened. It's covered in kind of ash and soot, but it's also got like a couple of openings on one end. I'll say, this old prototype didn't work, so you take this.
Sounds good. Just add it to the pile. I've got a big old black blanket laid on the floor.
Okay. So he'll throw that. There's some other like wood and stone around that he'll help gather and throw in there. But he says, "What'd you tell enforcers when they ask you why you purchased this?"
I didn't purchase this shit. It's trash. I'm taking it outside the city to dump it.
This is a shop.
Shops have trash.
Well, up to you. And he'll say, or I guess, are the rest of you making your way out of the tunnel?
Yeah, I've
area?
already left. I'm not here for this stuff. I've got a tunnel to crawl through for 2 blocks, so...
Okay.
Keep on going, come on.
Yeah, so that tunnel does continue under a couple of basements. It looks like whatever created this hole just went from basement to basement to basement.
We're just going through different people's storage.
Yeah, and well, in this area,
digging under people's foundations.
this
They're all
area
gonna
is
collapse
actually
later.
one of this is one of the areas that was mentioned of like being a little bit more vacant. So you don't see anything like actively being stored down here. It's very the air is very stale. There's cobwebs everywhere.
So nothing
and
of interest that we're passing by.
Yeah, anything that you see in here is like been forgotten.
Find something cool.
Thing. So
Down here, just tunnels and old basements haven't been visited in who knows how long.
So is it just Gregory doing the diversionary package, or so we have those two groups?
Yeah, where's
no
everyone
one
else
else
going?
volunteered, so I think it's just me.
Well, I'm going through the tunnel because I'm the only person who will for sure fit the whole way.
How am I
Oh,
doing?
that's smart idea.
Yeah, like you definitely fit. Kurt going through it's pretty okay fit for you as well. It was drilled out to be a little taller so that even like sprinting he had enough room.
Yeah. So
type of a thing.
I would have, it would be close to my. I could probably touch
Ye-
the ceiling.
Yeah, it might be a little close. You might have to duck in a few spots.
Helmar's the fucking. Helmar's
Yeah.
the army crawl the whole way.
Yeah, Hjalmar, you're pretty much like squeezing in there, and then you pull yourself through to the next basement once you get most of your torso in there.
We're gonna dug these poor people's houses. It's just gonna collapse.
Once Helmar's in a basement, can he stand up and then we comes
Yeah,
back?
yeah.
Okay,
So every
it's a
once in a
break.
while, he stands up, gets a break. It's not like
So
you're
I'm not gonna be
constantly
having
crawling
weird
for
cramps
people
or
out.
anything after this. Yeah.
Yeah, it
as
shouldn't be
as
too
long as I
bad.
can stand up and stretch a little. Yeah.
Argo, you're also gonna have to do a little bit of that where you're like crawling through, but you're not gonna have as much of an issue there.
Yeah, I don't feel pain like in all these other fools. I can just keep crawling.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll a roleplay initiative for the two groups to see who we follow first.
Ooh.
Might as well do the interesting people. I'm just gonna be walking down the street.
Hey, there's a 19 plus 1.
Oh, do you actually want me to? I pass.
Yeah, I was gonna have you do it.
Oh, you want me to do it anyway? Okay, here we go.
Here we go now.
There we go. It's
15. Okay.
15.
So I'll just go. I was expecting like one from each group, but we'll just go with
I gave
Kurt's
you
was first, so he got 20, and we'll go with Gregory's 15. Okay, so we will follow the tunnel crew first. So after everybody's gotten through the first bit here, Meepo goes ahead and closes the door after you. Gregory, while you're in the shop, you see him kind of shuffle some rubble strategically back in front of it so that it doesn't look like it would be, openable or easy to open when that happens. He will also tell you, I go back to work then, and you get going. But following the people through the tunnels here, you follow the tunnels. You go through maybe 4 or 5 basements before you come through into a basement that seems to not have another tunnel leaving it. Looking around in here, it's pretty dark. I know Kurt and Alrune, you'll definitely be able to see fine.
Dark vision 120, baby.
Yep. I believe Argo and Hjalmar both do not have dark vision, correct?
I'm pretty sure Goliath does not have.
Yeah.
Argo should.
I will
Right,
double
no,
check.
no, I
a
don't have.
few D&D races without dark vision.
Yeah.
So, Alrune and Kurt, you'll be able to see pretty well in here. There are maybe a few cracks of light coming through what is essentially one of the kind of doors that have like it's a slanted one, and you pull them out like a basement from
Oh, it's like a cellar.
yeah, cellar basement type of a thing. So you're in one of those, and you can see that up there, and there's a little bit of light peeking through because it is kind of early in the day as well. I think you guys had to walk back from Fort Spirit, so it's probably around midday-ish. Yeah, so there's a little bit of light through there, so it'd be considered probably dim light. Maybe full darkness in the back areas.
Do we hear anything up outside those doors?
You hear. So this isn't a very markedly busy part of town. Like I said, it's kind of one of the more districts that hasn't been filled out. There are more buildings in this city than there are people, so they kind of keep everything to a couple of districts to just make for ease of travel. This shop is on kind of one of the opposite areas where they haven't really filled out yet.
Okay.
So you don't hear a ton of people walking by. Yeah, so it would mostly be, I don't know, the occasional person scraping by. You might hear a cart go by every once in a while, but that's fairly rare in itself.
I think
I guess
one of you should look and make sure.
Alrune, you want me to? You want to go front, or you want me to look?
I'll look.
All right, you go for it. Kobold
I-
down, kobold looking.
I'm gonna look out the. Actually, I guess I'm gonna look up into the room, and then I guess I'll look out the front door if there's nothing in the room.
Alrighty. Oh, so you're trying to look out the cellar doors?
Yeah, I'm open.
Okay. So opening that, you see that this kind of empties out into a back alley, not into a room in itself. So, this is like outside of a home where you'd have to like exit the house and then go around to the back alley to get into your cellar. So looking around, you don't see any people directly in the alleyway, but you'll see at one end the alley kind of ends in like a T intersection, and then the other one kind of dumps out into a larger street.
Okay, then I will duck back in and say coast looks pretty clear, and then go look down at the T intersection.
Alrighty. So looking down the T intersection, you see some similar alleyways with some more of these kind of cellars on the side. At this point, I will say, we're gonna pull back a little bit, and I would like to try out doing a skill challenge to get this group across the city.
Oh.
So one of the things I'm gonna do, though, in doing this diversionary plan is I'm gonna adjust something here so that diversionary plan is also gonna factor in there. Let's go ahead and resolve Gregory's stuff before we jump into doing the actual skill challenge to see how that goes and contributes.
All right.
Alrighty. So, Gregory, you watch the rest of the party go through the door shut behind them, the rubble readjusted, and Meepo returning to work. How are you going about this?
Well, I imagine what I'll do is I'll take my rucksack and I'll throw it over my back. Take care to make sure it looks like I care about it, and just step outside the store. My objective, obviously, is not to be too discreet, so I'm going to make sure I walk down the street past the guard and make it look like I am just trying to be on my way. Like I've got somewhere to be.
Alright.
Like an inn. Drinking.
Yep. Alrighty, so upon opening the door, you do see across the street, and just in your cursory kind of glance of the area, you see kind of a cart sitting there with a couple of horses actively on it, and a couple of enforcers around a building near there. They look to be busy loading that cart. And you will notice, like, as you start walking kind of past them, they look up every once in a while and kind of take note of you. And then maybe 2 blocks later, you see another group of enforcers come around a corner, and they see you and will begin to approach.
Are they like gonna stop me, or because I'm not engaging with them at all?
Okay, so
I am just on my business. They're probably going somewhere past me for all I know.
yeah, they'll hold up a hand and say, "Hey, slow down there."
Why?
Just wondering what you're doing over here.
Walking.
I can see that.
Yes.
Look, we saw you and some of your friends go into that shop over there.
You be careful who you call my friends.
Well, whatever group you were with. You seem to have come out on your own. What is it that you were doing in there?
In where?
The shop that you came out of.
Is this a trick question, officer?
I'm just asking you a question.
Oh, that's fine then, because I went into the shop to go shopping.
Alright. You mind if we take a look at what you bought?
I in fact do mind. Is there a reason why you are stopping me, sir? I have places to be, and none of them are here.
Yeah. Well, we're stopping you because of some potentially illicit activity going on around this place. And we're
Profiling me?
trying to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And what is it that you see is going on, sir? I believe, to my eye, I'm just a simple man with my simple goods walking down the damn street.
Yeah, it's the natures of those goods that we're wondering about. You mind? And he'll start reaching for your pack.
I'm gonna back up and I say, hold on, sir. Now, I don't know what kind of commune this is, but these are my personal belongings, and if I do not feel comfortable sharing the contents of them with you, that is my right. Now, if you believe the contents of this package are dangerous to anyone, I would remind you that we are in this wonderful city where, if such a thing were true and I were aware of it, it would connotate intervention from the blessed guardians of this place. And seeing as how they haven't pounded me into the dust, we can only assume that whatever I have with me is completely harmless. So,
Well, you can carry a sword in here and not have the wardens come after you. That only happens if you attack somebody with it. So, we at least know you didn't do any violent crime in there or anything. But
I didn't.
we do still need to take a look at what you got.
Why? What do you have on your person that tells me that I have to do that?
He is currently in a uniform of the enforcers of Warden's Charge.
And does this give you power over me?
In fact, it does.
Why?
We are here to enforce the law, and currently, we're questioning if you broke it.
You may question as much as you like, but do you have any evidence that has proven that I have, in fact, disparaged the law in any way, besides me walking down the street?
Attempting to gather that information right now, and you're currently being uncooperative.
I'm being entirely cooperative with this investigation.
Then
I say
hand
with
over
funny
your
ears.
bag.
Make me.
He'll reach out and go to grab the actual bag.
I will back up.
All right. So
Practice.
Make
I work on
a-
my glutes.
contested roll here.
Against what?
We'll do your acrobatics, and if you're stepping out of the way.
Well, I imagine in order to get past me to something that's on my back, he would have to get around me. I'm simply just going to use my movement speed to walk backwards.
You said you had a sack, right, that you're kind of holding over your shoulder.
Yeah,
So
so
you're using
like a
blanket?
backpack.
Yeah, and he was just going from like the front, going to grab here,
Right.
like, above where your hand's at.
Yeah, I'm just simply just gonna keep backing up. So,
Sounds like there's still a skill contest in there.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
So-
He's
That's
gonna,
fine. You want my acrobatics? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. I'd say an acrobatics check to avoid against his athletics check. I can't read that. Alrighty. So you go ahead and step back. You're able to avoid his trying to snatch the bag. He says, "Sir, this is going to be a lot easier if you just hand over the bag."
It'll be a lot easier if you leave me alone.
He kind of looks over his shoulder at the other two enforcers that are standing there and says, "Alright, let's bring him in." And you see the other two start to flank and start pulling out nets from the side. Now remember, you don't want to get violent in here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get violent. I run.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to take a note of where they were supposed to be going, my friends, and I'm gonna run through the streets in the opposite direction.
Alrighty. Then we're gonna pull up a chase rules here.
I'm glad you
And
got the
we're
dex roll on that.
Start a chase for this.
Would have been a very quick diversion if he had just grabbed your backpack and.
Well,
Yeah,
the dex
jail,
roll was
like, we got
perfect for the
jail at
dex
some point.
Yeah. That was good.
Cause slip away.
Alrighty. So I had that. We're gonna let's see. Good. Okay, let's try this. Music. Alrighty. So we're gonna start a chase sequence here, and I think the way that we can run this, I am going to throw out a bit of, man, if I can find an actual, yeah, cobblestone. Here we go. I'm gonna throw down a couple stretches of tile here. I will try to reach everybody over here. And then we're gonna grab Gregory. Let's say you're gonna start out
You got 30 on him?
about there. Yeah, 30. Yep, that seems about right. And then we're gonna throw a couple of guards in the back here. And as a reminder for chase rules, you are able to run your movement speed in a turn, and then you're able to dash 3 plus your constitution modifier number of times. Before each additional dash after that requires you to make a DC 10 con check at the end of your turn or gain 1 level of exhaustion. You drop out of the chase if your exhaustion reaches 5, since your speed becomes 0 at that point. You can remove a level of exhaustion from the chase with short or long rest, so it's not a more tiring version of exhaustion.
Okay.
Are you using classic chase rules or different chase rules, Jacob?
Just the ones out of the book.
One's out of the book? Okay. So the only
Yeah,
thing that Kyle needs to do to get out of here is at the end of the round to make a stealth check that beats the lead pursuer's passive perception.
Indeed.
Getting away is very easy. Getting somebody is very hard.
Yep. It tends to be. But they're
They're on foot?
going for this. Yes.
All right. And I get to use typically main action and movement
Yep.
for
Or-
move and dash, right?
Or the dash, or you spend those points to use dashes. So do you have like a bonus action dash, or you just do a regular dash?
I do have a bonus action I'm planning to use. I just want to make sure I can use it.
You can use it, but you still spend the point, I believe, because you can only do a certain amount of dashes before you have to start making exhaustion checks.
Right. I think would that let you use 2 dashes in 1 turn?
Yeah, if you wanted
yeah.
to.
So that would help you get away a bit.
It would be quite a bit. I mean, it puts distance so that actions can't happen as easy on him. Like a net throw from a 20 to 60 foot range, perhaps.
Right.
Getting away from that would be ideal.
Alrighty. Oh, you guys can't see that. They are hidden.
It's you, but with a spear! Oh, no.
yeah. Okay, so that's how we're going to represent it for now.
How thoughtful of you to point your crossbow in the direction you're going to be running at all times.
What can I say? I like to telegraph my intent.
Wait till he jumps to his side, though.
It's like my
Never
moral
say coming.
compass.
So yeah, the chase ends if Kyle gets away or if his speed hits 0, at which point it becomes an encounter.
Right.
And it only becomes a chase again if he gets enough distance.
Yep. And then there's also...
So chases are weird. I have found 5e chases to run better in it's stupid, but in actual like maps that are built rather than the straight line.
Right.
The system actually runs better in a built map. It's dumb, but it does.
Yeah, it sure does.
Because it has that shit where it's like, oh, you can make a stealth check, but in certain scenarios, if the DM decides you can't hide, then you can't make a stealth check. But like, it's hard to determine that.
Right. So you're in an urban setting. Part of the chase thing is like you're assumed to be turning around corners and dashing up alleyways, as well as
Bursting past
through
mirrors.
crowds and that kind of stuff. So those are the types of things that are around that allow you to hide.
Does that give him an advantage if it's an urban setting? Is that a thing?
There's a different set of chase complications.
I just was wondering if in urban
so he gets advantage. Factors. If you're in an area that has a lot of things to hide behind and or a crowded area that's very noisy, you have advantage on your escape.
Here?
The current place, this area is not super populated, right? So there's not going to be a ton of people around, but there will be areas where if you're ducking down an alleyway, there may be a lot of places to hide. I think, do we roll initiative for this? That is the one thing that I am not sure on. I would imagine so. So let's go ahead.
Yeah, it's normal initiative.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Do I have the ability to roll this with advantage? Do we have inspiration?
Initiative.
Oh.
Do we have inspiration?
I have not been running inspiration at the starts of sessions. So.
Well, here's hoping this is a good roll, or this is going to be over real quick.
Has anyone been given inspiration?
No, I've been really bad about this.
Damn it! Come on, Kyle. I mean, they can't have anything on you other than running away.
That means your bail's gonna be real low.
Alright, Gregory goes first.
Fuck yeah. Get out.
Alright. And you are starting at 30 feet away.
Yep. Alright, so let's see here.
Bolt.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I am going to step into my stride and cast Zephyr Strike. So what this does is for concentration up to a minute, I give myself advantage on one weapon attack roll. It deals extra damage, that is force damage on hit. This is not important. Whether I hit or miss, my walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn. So with my
just the
bonus,
first turn.
yeah.
Okay.
So with my
Yeah,
bonus action, my movement speed is now 60 feet. So I
Alrighty.
am going to move 120 feet using dash and my normal movement speed.
Zephyr Strike.
Yep.
I'm just gonna read it real
Wait,
quick.
how can you
Okay,
use
the first level
Zephyr?
spell.
How can you use Zephyr Strike and dash?
Bonus action, my man.
Oh, so Zephyr Strike is a bonus action.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so he's using his bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike. The way this is
100.
phrased, it feels like you're supposed to attack with it, but it's
No,
weird.
it says whether you hit or miss the speed.
Yeah, and it's concentration for a minute, so it seems like you should be able to stack that up. I think the way this is supposed to work is once you get the attack, then your movement speed triggers for that turn. Because at the end of that statement it says until the end of that turn, and I believe that is of the attack.
So
Yeah,
I get
I
it
think
until
it's built like Smite, where you hold it for a minute and then attack with it.
Right, and when you attack with it, that's when it triggers your extra 30 feet of movement. So, like, you could do your regular movement this turn, attack next turn, and then use the extra movement. I think it's used to, like, make up for movement instead of
Huh.
that.
Could he make an arcane check to break the rules a little bit and push the level of the magic to give him speed without attacking?
It just seems weird that I can only like Zephyr Strike. The point of it is to make to cross ground and make an attack really quickly.
Right, so for holding it, you don't provoke opportunity attacks is one effect of this, right? But then the second effect of it is you attack and then you're able to continue moving.
I think it's
turn.
a hit and run spell.
Yeah.
Could he push the boundaries of the spell?
I mean, straight up I'll just shoot or like stab the ground and miss my attack.
Right. That just also takes an action, so you're only gonna get your 60 feet of movement.
Oh man, that's so dumb.
Like,
Okay.
It's made to allow you to essentially get the amount of dash.
The spell you are looking for is what's that speed spell?
It gives you dash, disengage
Amazing
on an
speed
attack,
spell.
along
Yeah.
with
Haste.
your
No,
regular.
the retreat
A
one.
Expeditious Retreat one.
Oh,
That's a level
Expeditious
spell.
Retreat.
So good.
Expedition.
Or far strike.
Would it be possible for him to exert for him to make an arcane check and exert the use of the spell, or no?
I feel like there are other spells made to do this kind of movement. Like, this is giving
but
you
this
dash
is
and
this is the spell
disengage.
Greg has.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't have those other spells. That's your call. I just think it'd be fun to see it push. It's a clever way to use it, but if it doesn't make sense, you are the DM.
Yeah.
It's not me anymore. Fuck yeah.
I'm just thinking because the like, it's gonna take an attack action to do it. Like, that would be giving you like triple dipping into effects here. So I don't think it'd work that
Oof.
quite that way.
So what's it gonna be? Just a run then?
Oh.
Damn, 23 initiative.
It is pretty dumb.
Still move 90, right? If you move dash dash.
How tall are the buildings?
Buildings are, I don't know, average 1 floor in some spots, 2 floor in other spots. So it'd be, what are they, 10 feet high ceilings in some places where there's like balconies there.
It's a story.
Some of them go up to the second story to be 20 feet. Or I guess it'd be a little bit lower than that, like 18 if they're 8 foot a piece, something like that.
Okay. Is there a building that is within like my movement speed that is like say 1 floor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then I think what I'll do is I'll just cast jump.
Oh.
Okay.
So let's see. One action, so that'll be one of my dashes gone, but I'll just cast it and then jump onto the roof. And do I make it the stealth check at the end of my turn?
End of the round.
End of the round.
So they'll have a chance to come out.
Yeah. In doing that jump, like they'll like definitely be pursuing you, but I would pretty much guarantee that like you're going to be in a spot where you're breaking line of sight with them because you went vertically.
And if they're going to try to throw nets on you without climbing up, I imagine that's probably a disadvantage or something.
Oh, if I dash after I'm on the roof, they won't even have line of sight, I would hope.
Exactly.
They'd have to climb up after you.
Yep. And
Well,
that lasts a full minute too, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind. We'd have 10 rounds of that.
Jump up and skip the climbing speed altogether.
Yeah, I thought I was just going to super run away, but this is alright. This will work. I don't have a building to actually do that on,
Okay.
but
Yeah, can you drop a 10-foot building to put our man on top of on this path?
I can. I just gotta find a good
Yeah, to
aesthetic for it.
signify
Sure.
that he is up.
We'll go with one of these.
So technically, he's only. I mean, depending upon how. That's up to you, how you do that, Dungeon Master. But if you're just doing like if this is just a straight line, I don't think he loses any speed because there was no climbing speed thing. I think he just goes that distance forward, up high.
Yeah, so we'll move this building, quote unquote, to wherever you want
To
to
wherever he is. Yeah, he's moving
Yep.
up high.
So you're jumping vertically to get up the building, right?
yeah.
If that's still a distance that they have to also go through, he should be going the same amount of time.
Yep.
Since it's all sort of laid out straight.
Yeah, so we'll give you like 10 feet up for the jump, and then you said you're gonna dash afterwards.
10 feet
Yeah,
up
I might
and
as
then-
well run the distance away.
If he's got 30 feet movement, that's 10 feet up, 30 feet, or the rest of the
So
20 feet
that's the
forward,
rest of his movement,
and then he
and
can
then
dash.
you have a bonus action dash.
Yes.
Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not using my bonus action now.
Well, so bonus action dash is a rogue thing, right? Is there a ranger feature for that?
Oh, well then no.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, never mind. Thought it was a thing. I confuse Ranger and Rogue a lot.
Alrighty, so we will move the building over here real quick. And put Gregory on
Yeah,
top.
get him on there. No, he's up top.
Alrighty. So, what does this look like when you do this unnatural 10-foot jump in the air?
It's actually a very good question.
Is it just a straight up jump, or is there any flair to it? Could just be an unnatural looking jump. It just goes. It's like, damn.
I mean, he'll just run up, do a power squat, and then just launch himself into the air.
He's got the calves of a god.
Alrighty. So Gregory flies up onto the roof. You land up there, and this entire city is built out of very similar houses, right? And they're all very flat roofed. There are slight slants to them to lose some of the rain, and there's slight cuts in some of these edges that come around that roof. But you're able to jump up on top of there, and also in the midst of you dashing through there, you'll get to the edge of that building and be able to jump easily to the next one with your spell being active. So you are effectively able to keep running at that. The enforcers below you will run and dash. So okay, so they'll get about even with you, but a couple of them end up falling behind because they're going around a couple of corners. They've split up to kind of cover around the building that they saw you jump up onto. One of them was able to see you kind of jump to the next one and continues along that main street. So now it is your turn again.
Are you doing the rolls at the end to see if people get messed up or no?
Oh yeah. That is the end of the round. So you'll go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage because you're definitely out of direct line of sight of them.
Okay.
I believe in you, Gregory.
I am good at stealth. I am not good at stealth.
No, what'd you roll? 7. Fuck. So were there complications this round or no?
Right.
Yeah, you're supposed to roll a complication at the end of everyone's turn.
They occur randomly.
Unless it's different. It could be different.
Oh, each participant. Okay.
Yeah. It's stupid. It's the dumbest part about
Yeah,
fire chases.
Okay. Alrighty.
So I would understand if you skipped them.
Yeah. Let's see. Because you're also.
I think it's 1 to 10. Is
Okay,
nothing,
so
and
that
everything
that
else
is.
something.
Yeah, it's the opposite there. So Gregory got nothing.
Okay, Gregory's safe. So higher is better.
Yeah. Yep.
Did they get something?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
So, and I've been trying to run this like, well, if it's each participant, we have 3 different cards here.
It
So
is each participant.
yeah. So yeah, as you jump up there, one guy kind of skirts around a corner. He goes to run into that alleyway, and there's a wall in front of him he wasn't expecting to see. So he needs to make a dex save.
Just roll in the water.
Oh my god,
Did
natural
not
one.
happen. Did not happen. You're gonna lose these guys like a ladder,
So-
man.
He runs straight into that wall, and you hear the thud of that leather armor hitting this wall, and he actually takes a d4 of bludgeoning damage.
I would like to think that the reason why I failed my stealth is because I'm absolutely laughing at him.
Yep.
I'm like looking over the edge, like, oh, that looks like it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Oh,
That wall's gonna have some robot cards killing
the
it.
wall attacked him.
You hear
Bo,
some.
bo, bo, bo.
You hear some coughing that continues on down that road. All right, the next guard.
No, Alex, you're wrong.
No complication.
The golems
the
do
one
not react to emotional
No
damage.
complication. Alrighty.
Another round.
One jump ahead of the bread line.
Alrighty. Next
One
up,
jump.
Gregory,
Sorry.
go for it.
Awesome. So, can I get a refresher where the guards are?
One of them is essentially keeping pace with you underneath the buildings, and then there's another one that kind of skirted around, is flanking the current building that you're in. So you have like 2 people around you. The third one is a little bit slowed, heading back. Was trying to head down a separate alleyway to cut you off, but he's the one that slammed into the wall there.
Is there buildings adjacent to this one, and are they the same height, or is there a second floor building?
There are. It's varied. So there's every once in a while there's a 1 floor adjacent, and then there's a 2 floor here and there. So if you're looking for a specific one, you can definitely take your pick.
Okay, I would like to run up to a second floor building and jump onto its roof.
Alrighty. Easy enough with that. That can be. So the jump can also be part of your movement.
Yep. It is considered part of your movement. It has to be. You have to deduct movement from your overall movement to jump. So you literally cannot jump over 30 feet, but most spells wouldn't let you do that anyway.
Right. So now you're gonna be.
Oh, no, you can. It just takes 2 turns. I forgot. Never mind. It's really stupid.
Here,
I can jump 40 feet.
Yeah, if you spend a second turn and wait, you just go for it. That's so funny.
Let's do this.
Man, he is climbing.
Yep. Turn off build mode. Now I can put you up here.
This is what the jump spell is for.
It is actually one of the better uses of the jump spell.
Getting away from a chase.
Alrighty. And that'll be the 10 there.
It's more distance.
How far are you running?
You only up to 10
horizontal.
feet, but he should have moved.
So you've got 20 more feet. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'll do this by moving them backwards instead of him, because we have the thing there.
Sure. Move them back 10 feet then.
Yep. Alrighty. So I'm guessing you're gonna continue at least the extra 20 feet of your regular movement.
Yeah. My goal is to run down the building and just go into an entirely different street. Make them have to cut through alleys to come after me rather than sticking down a main thoroughfare.
Okay. Excellent.
Dash or a different action?
I might as well just... Is there a 3rd floor building?
I don't think there would be many around here. The 3rd floor buildings are kind of clustered around central square areas, where the Oasis was in one area where it had sort of larger 3-story buildings, as well as the markets that you guys had gone in. Each district seems to have a central kind of opener area that is surrounded by those 3-story buildings.
Okay.
Then you're outside of that.
Then essentially I'm going to use my whole movement, jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess it'll be 30 more feet.
Alrighty. I need to put them back another 20. Yeah.
And we roll complication at the end?
Yes.
Yeah,
All
that's how you want to do it. That sounds good.
I think so.
It's one after another, but you do it how you want, Jacob. Those rules are bad. I will be the first to say they're not good rules. They're hard. They're rough rules to follow. Because it's you go in now, you roll, and you go in now, you roll.
Okay.
But I like
so
to
yeah.
all ones.
Let's have you go ahead and roll a d20 for complications.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's D12.
Oh, a 4. Wait.
No, low is good.
I thought low was bad.
For complications, low is good, right? I thought that's
No,
what he said. Really.
Low is bad.
Ah.
So a maze of barrels, crates, stand in your way on this rooftop. It looks to be used as some kind of storage facility. And I need you to make a acrobatics or intelligence check, your choice, to navigate this maze. Did you do acrobatics?
That was acrobatics.
I'll also give you advantage on that. I haven't looked at it yet, but
Okay.
just because you have the jump spell active, it doesn't really make sense for you to even care.
Yeah, I
23.
could like literally jump over them probably.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so definitely you make it over that. No complication from that. Otherwise, it's one of those, like, you lose 10 feet as difficult terrain.
Right.
Yeah. With the jump, I don't think it matters. So, alright, so the guards... so you used a dash?
Yep.
Okay, so keep track of that.
So it's 2.
You've done 2 dashes?
You've only done
Actually,
one.
no,
'cause
I
you
didn't
have
do one
one
last
dash.
turn.
Yeah, 1 dash.
Correct.
Yep.
Alrighty. So now it is their turn. They will move back.
Self-reminder to do my stealth.
Yes.
They're gonna
do
do-
stealth after they figure out where they're going.
Yeah.
Yes.
See what their complications
There.
are.
Yep. So we're gonna go left to right here. 14, no
Nothing.
complication.
Yep.
Okay, that's a complication. So this one does not make sense here.
Then choose the one adjacent.
Yep. So the ground beneath his feet is slippery with some kind of spilled, what looks like grease on the ground. And he's gonna make
Going through
a
the craft area.
check. He
Or
failed
That was a
Gregory's
useful
backpack.
invention.
and falls
Yeah.
prone,
Half movement. Oof.
losing half of his move
3 spaces
for
back.
next time. Yeah.
Oh, for next time, or was it this round?
Um,
Up to you how you want to do
are you
it.
supposed to run the complications before?
You do it how you want to, brother. Doesn't matter
It's,
really.
it's at the end of your turn. So the next turn, the guy here is going to be prone. So he'll have to use 15 feet of movement to get back up. So this is the guy that has been kind of keeping pace with you too. So he was kind of directly below you and trips on this pile of grease and slams into the ground underneath. The third one,
Good.
exactly
Is it
10.
good?
No.
Or no, it's bad.
He's also making sharp turns in these alleyways.
No good.
Just barely makes it though.
Oh, just barely. Alright.
So he's able to, before he slams into the wall, kind of catch himself and use that momentum to keep running.
Stealth check.
Stealth check. Yeah, go for it.
Just gotta beat
Their
the
passive.
passive of the guy.
So-
it's the guy in the
Can anybody correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn in the chase rules it said if you break line of sight, like,
It allows
isn't there?
you to hide?
Okay.
If you are unable to break line of sight, they you can't even make the roll.
Gotcha.
The only thing you can do is put so much distance
Um,
between them that they can't catch up.
Yeah, so you're making
Run
these at
across the
advantage
desert.
still.
Oh, the stealth checks? Yeah, make another one.
Okay.
Just gotta beat the passive of the leader, I believe.
That lingered on the 16. I'm cheated.
Jesus.
All right, we go another round as they are able to keep up with you, and it kind of shows that these individuals are trained for exactly this situation. You figure that in a city where any violent action is met with these wardens, whether it's the enforcers or the person that they're currently interacting with, they are going to be constantly running through these streets trying to apprehend people like this, and are trained in this kind of situation.
Good. That means
Alright.
they'll keep up with me, and I'll drag them farther away from where they should be.
Yeah, so let's go ahead with your turn.
All right. I use my whole ass movement speed.
Alrighty.
I am just jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
Your whole movement speed or your whole ass movement speed?
My whole ass movement speed.
Okay.
My butt can book it.
He has a jump spell. He's not using his arms for anything.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That moves to there. Let's go ahead and roll for a complication.
My long jump is like 36 feet.
I like how that
No.
guy slid on his face all the way up the road.
Do you want to roll for the complication, or should I?
Sure. Okay.
Oh no!
Ooh, that's not good.
You
no.
never challenge me when it comes to rolling low. I always roll low.
Oh no!
So running along here, sometimes there's the 2-story building, sometimes there's one. You're having to skip down to a 1-story building, and sometimes jump back up to the 2-story, trying to maintain that height. You get to a spot where the 1-story building has that little slant going down to get the rain, and you're on the bottom edge of that slant, and you go to jump and you don't know if you've made it. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check for me.
14.
14. Alrighty. That just misses. So the jump that you made, you are a little short on your jump. You don't get quite to the spot where you can put your foot on there. You kind of miscalculated, and you kind of slam into the side. You're able to grab it and pull yourself up, but it's going to cost you 10 feet of your movement there. So these guys are back. There. Okay.
He's taking a nap.
Yep. All right.
Floating
So
along.
moving back up here. This guy's complication. This guy, he runs into a beggar, and after the beggar's kind of in the middle of an alleyway, and he sees the enforcer running at him, and he's kind of paralyzed, and he's also holding out like a small hat for coins, and
Don't hurt me. I love this shit.
Coins.
goes ahead, and he's able to kind of push the old man out of the way, slides past without. He doesn't completely knock him down. He like staggers him a little bit, but is able to slip past him.
Statues, come get him. Murders old men, just trying to beg for money.
And then the second one has to get up, as 15 feet of movement.
Move over 3.
Oh, that was. Okay, so this was only 30. They're gonna use their extra dash. Yeah, because he was 2 ahead, so he should be back here. Okay. And then this guy's also gonna move this far, but checking complications. Rolls a 9.
Here comes another old man.
It's the same old man. He
just
runs
keeps
into
coming back.
he runs into him as he spins around. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Not again.
Oh dear. I knew I
Great.
should have stayed home today.
So he sees a cart coming out of coming out of the alleyway. There's a cart in front of him, and he has to either turn around it or he goes for a slide under. And he kind of goes to slide under and stops 3/4 of the way through and gets kind of wedged there for a second and spends a little bit of time kind of having to pull himself out. He's gonna fall back.
I just imagine if that was a damage roll, you slide under, just bounce your head between the stone pit and the wagon. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Did not work out how you thought.
Back
It's a
a little
hazard.
bit further. Alrighty. So that's the end of the round. Let's go ahead and make the escape check here.
Stealth.
Oh, there we go.
+6.
Come on, buddy.
There we
With
go.
it, with advantage. All right, 16.
That'll do it.
Oh, he's gone.
You're able to jump from rooftop to rooftop. The guards running underneath you. You take your shot. How do you avoid this?
I keep running. They've been chasing me for a while. They're just gonna assume I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna see a window with some pink satin sheets, kind of like billowing out of it, and I'm gonna dive inside. Just as I turn around a corner when they can't see me, I'm gonna land into a big billowy pile of wonderfully silky sunflower-smelling sheets, and I'm just gonna lay there, totally chill, catching my breath. Looks to be like a brothel, maybe. No one's here though,
Okay.
so I'm just chilling.
Okay, if you were gonna do the Aladdin scene, I was gonna come after you. I was like, do
I
not
was
illustrate the Aladdin scene.
I was alluding to it. I wasn't gonna.
Okay, the allude is clever. I like the allude.
Yeah.
Just place the exact same thing.
Alrighty. So
Ladies.
you hear the you hear the guard footsteps continue running past the building that you had jumped into, and you hear them continue going until the footsteps fade from your hearing
Clear
range.
getaway. Clear. Crystal. Sleek.
Sweet. I chuck the bag out the window.
It's just trash. It's trash. You keep your knapsack or
Alrighty.
no? No, that goes.
No. I leave it in the alley. They'll do a sweep of the area looking for it, and then they'll
Fine.
eventually find it. I kind of want them to know it was pointless. Give them some
Alrighty.
closure
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
eventually.
So with that, Gregory is
Go.
done with his
Oh,
Guild
oh!
check.
experience. Whoops.
There are definitely some waterlogged dice down there.
We are going to return to
To monkey.
everyone else here. Hold on.
What was that?
I'm removing you
Grab
from the
it.
board.
Return
Okay.
the monkey.
So let's adjust the music here.
Way to go, buddy! You did it.
Diversion successful.
I was prepared to go bail you out of jail.
For
Yeah.
the rest of our party, we are going to do a skill challenge. Yeah.
Good luck,
And
everybody. Roll better than me.
If we're doing stealth, this ain't gonna be very good
with
for me.
with Gregory's chase, that skill challenge, we're going to count that as one success. He's drawn off
One
a
in.
party, so that is going to count as one success. For those of you not familiar with skill challenges, they generally are you make skill checks until you accumulate a certain number of successes or 3 failures. So the way this one turns out, the difficulty is set by how many successes you need. That has been reduced by 1 because of Gregory's diversion and chase.
Rolling
So-
death saving throws without dying.
Not exactly. They're
I mean, you'd die if you hit 3. So
the way it is.
yeah.
Well,
The only difference is that the success marker can change.
and
Yeah.
the way that I'm
Yeah.
setting up the skill challenge, the goal here, right, is to make it across the city or out of the kind of area of the city where they'd be looking for you, without a confrontation of the guards. So what I'm going to do here is I turn it over to you, where you get to make whatever skill check you think could contribute to this. There are certain ones that are probably going to be easier than others, based on this situation. However, if you come up with a reason that you think a skill could be used, explain that to me, and I'll be setting a DC based on how I think that's gonna turn out, whether that's like a primary thing for the situation or not, and then we'll make the roll there. If a skill is used more than once, the second time and beyond that, or the second time we'll have disadvantage, and beyond that we will not have the ability to use it a third time. Ed, you are raising your hand.
Yes, I am. A couple of questions. First being, in response to something you just said, is that skill like no repeat skills across the party or for the individual?
That is across the party. This is a party-wide
This
thing.
is a party-wide
This is
thing.
not individual.
This is-
So,
So are we making group checks together, or are we just doing singular checks in the party?
we'll have each person at least once. Well, actually,
Yeah, is it a set of group checks or a set of individual player checks where we can not repeat skills across the party?
I was intending to do individual ones.
Individual skills, no repeats across the party. That
You
makes
can
sense.
have a repeat, but the first repeat
The first-
or the
They can't be
repeat is a
nudged.
disadvantage.
They can't be nudged together. I get that.
Right.
And then the other question I had was, do we know how many successes we need, or is that a hidden number?
I'll go ahead and tell you. It was at 5.
Okay, so it's at 4 now.
Gregory has reduced it to 4. So you need 4 successes before 3 failures, in order to succeed.
My
On a
last-
failure, that means you're probably going to encounter guards.
Roger. And my final question is, in this current challenge, can you illustrate for me one more time what the challenge is? Are we leaving the tunnel to make it to the destination, or are we continuing in the tunnel to the destination? This was only supposed to take us 2 blocks, right?
Right. You've exited the tunnel,
So we're in the
out that
streets.
in that back alley. You're now out on the
I
streets
just wanted to
in this
illustrate that. Yeah.
somewhat abandoned-ish district.
And we know where
Um,
we're going, right? Because I don't remember
do-
the exact
You
location.
do know exactly where you're going. You've been there yesterday, right?
What was this,
So-
the Hydra?
The Hapless Hydra,
We're
yes.
just heading to the Hydra. Okay, cool. I just wanted to confirm.
Yep.
All right, that's all my questions. I'm ready.
Cool.
If,
Does anyone else have any questions there? Alrighty. And-
skills might apply.
Yeah, and another thing there is like it can be skills, it can be tools as well. That's another thing that you can think about there, as well as if you have spells that can contribute to this, they can also help give you advantages to some of these.
All right, I'm gonna use my sheet on here, not on my phone. Because the phone one is right. Okay. So you said tools as well?
Yeah.
Only very smith tools. I'm not sure how smith tools will apply to this. Have to make a big stretch.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the like trait thing from the Lord of the Rings or some of these other RPGs where if you can think of a way it applies,
Yeah.
we'll go with that rather
Makes
than
sense.
yeah.
Like-
Hmm.
Kyle is very balanced in his life.
So balanced.
Only 2 of us get that. 3 of us get that.
I don't know if there would be like unless I don't think I can think of a couple cool ways my tools could come into play, but only if things were like getting dangerous. Right now, I'm gonna keep simple with I would do athletics unless any of you guys want to do one instead. And athletics just being just moving everybody forward. I guess I don't know. It's just my own personal strength. Does that make sense?
You can-
I don't know.
You can also illustrate how you want this to apply. Like if you're going for an athletics check, there could be something blocking your path that you need to move.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's something that you can add to this
That would
scene.
absolutely be something Kurt could do. Like we
Right.
go because it's abandoned. We're going down a path. There's like a bunch of boxes in the way. Kurt just goes up and starts sort of heaving them out of the way as soon as possible. I'll make
Okay.
first roll unless anybody else wants to.
Oh, go ahead, Kurt.
It's me. All right.
Alrighty.
Let's get this check in here. I don't have any way to add anything to it, so this is just going to be what it is. Okay, not too bad. 16.
16. Alrighty. So that was for an athletics one?
An athletics one to heft these boxes, barrels, whatever we have in our way, in probably abandoned alley that we're making our way through this.
Okay.
Part
So
of
heading
the
down an abandoned alley. Maybe you see guard patrol going across the other way, so it really
dodging
behooves
them.
you to go around this way, and you're able to shift these crates pretty silently in moving it across here and make way for the whole party.
Okay.
So that is one success.
So we're at 2. We need 3 more. We have 3 more party members. Get it done, guys.
Hey, good job, everybody. Keep up the good work.
Alrighty. Who would like to contribute the next roll?
What other roles are available?
Oh.
Any skill roll that you can come up with an idea for.
Oh man,
Somehow
Argo
let us
is.
escape.
We have used athletics is all. So if you tried to do
Ooh.
another athletics, you would have to roll that at a disadvantage.
Okay. How about stealth?
Yeah, I think that definitely applies here.
Okay.
How are you helping? You got to illustrate it.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, okay. First, describe this tunnel isn't so narrow.
Not
it's
in
like
the
in a
tunnel
single
anymore.
file.
Not in the tunnel anymore. We're
Okay, we're not in the
outside.
tunnel. Yeah, we're outside.
Yeah, you're out on streets. So however you think stealth would apply, trying to avoid some of these.
Okay, I think as we're walking, and yeah, guards, definitely guards. So as we're walking, not Gregory.
Hello.
I get Gregory in Ed's character. I get Gregory
I'm
in
Kurt.
Kurt. Yes, Kurt and Gregory. So as I'm at Kurt, you're kind of leading the charge.
Yeah, I just shoved all these sort of like boxes out of the way. Big old sort of dwarven heft from the bottom.
Okay.
Kalmar's carrying the thing, but I'm in front, so I just move it out of the way without asking him. I'm sure he
I
could
think-
as well, but
I think as we're walking through the city, Argo will notice some guards coming down a street, and he will pull you back. He will pull you back and be like, "Oh, quiet, let him pass."
yeah, up against the
Let him
wall.
pass.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Make that stealth
So
check.
finger things there. Yeah.
Come on.
If this fails, I like to think that he just walks into the street going, "Oh man, I know this stuff from the guards."
Oh
Well,
no.
That would
Okay.
mean we failed the entire skill challenge.
So
Oh, I rolled 2.
Uh-oh.
in
Notice us
doing
on
that,
this move.
they might have walked by,
Guard
but
trail.
they took note of your presence and might be circling around. We'll see how that adds in to the rest of the result here.
Makes sense.
I
Alrighty.
guess I'll go with mine next. When they are circling back to take a look at us, I slide myself partially down an old well and hold things. I'm using acrobatics to do that.
Okay.
To just basically hide all the smuggled goods with me wedged in a well.
Okay.
Oh, like
So,
so we don't
like,
have
I'll
anything.
tell
Like
everyone,
you have something.
we don't have anything.
Yeah, it's just us, and like you're not there.
Stand by the wall, just going.
Look, you could have also been too small for them to even notice. So yeah, I like. Athletics is cool. Don't make us make skill checks to save you from this well.
So that's so that's an acrobatics check. You're taking the package with you into the well. Yeah, and then
It's like
and then the
out like
rest of
this,
you are
and the
just kind
package
of
is on your
around,
back, you're
standing
like a
there
stopper.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I like that.
Come
Go
on,
ahead and
man.
make that
We're just
roll.
flying casual
Yeah.
up top.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Some heat.
Yeah, so So there, you all are kind of talking there, and the guards that you saw before come past again, and they see you just kind of talking to each other, and they don't see anything super out of the ordinary, so they just continue their route. All right, so that's, and yeah, you're able to after you're done with your pinning in there, you're able to pull yourself back out fairly easily, keeping yourselves out of I don't know, threat range? I don't know what the word for that is in my head.
Out of trouble.
Out of trouble. There you go.
Alright, Helmar,
All right.
take us home, man. Get us that
Yeah,
food.
I think after we're
we need-
ducking in
that's
and out
three.
alleys,
We need
and
one
then
more.
You need
We
two
need
more
one-
successes.
We need 2 more successes? Oh, we're...
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yalmar, get us out of here.
yeah, so ducking in and out of alleys, and then our friend like jumping down a well temporarily, kind of pull him out. And I'd like to make a survival check to determine if the direction we need to head in, because we've been dodging these guards the last couple
Shortest
quarters.
route.
Oh yeah.
So
Alrighty. Let's go for it.
oh, it's a 9.
No!
It's
A good night for rolls.
Okay.
This is
Uh,
a great night for roll.
I
So,
historically roll low anyway, so it's fine.
Wait, did you roll a
unfortunately,
9? Did you roll?
That is going to be the second failure in this skill challenge.
Yep.
So, in trying to remember what direction you're in, this city's a circle, and it's weird to have any kind of waypoints there, so you might get a little lost at some point. Who wants to make the next one?
Do you want it to come back around to me?
We're
We're doing like an initiative
I
thing?
believe so.
Or does anybody have... If
Well,
anybody has something
Yeah,
huge...
it is. Go ahead and volunteer.
Yeah, if anyone has like a really good idea to try to finish us off, go for it. If not, I've got something.
I think of how I can use some of mine, but because we need 2 more. I've got some big rolls I can use.
We need 2 more successes still? Yeah, you're right. We do, don't we?
Yep. 2 more successes or 1 failure ends this.
I got one, if we want to try it.
Might as well.
I think I can tell you how we picked up the we got the kobold out of the well. Helmar is looking around trying to point us in the right direction. We're not familiar with this side of town. Kurt is recognizing the situation might get hairy quick, and he goes,
Come on, let's duck into, I don't know, this building doesn't look like anyone's in there.
he goes to like open the door, but it's not open, and he's gonna try to like shove it open. And I'm gonna do athletics again. Am I cool to do that without disadvantage?
Using athletics again will give you disadvantage.
Oh, I thought it was party wide.
Nope.
Okay,
It
it's
is
Party
individual.
for the entire
like
thing,
party wide. If anyone uses athletics for a second,
entire
time.
contest.
Anyone?
party.
Oh, for total,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
So-
refresh on the top of the round.
right.
Oh wait, I'm gonna actually steal off of yours.
Okay,
Yeah.
steal
and
off
use
of
something
mine.
that is a disadvantage. I'm going to pick the lock or
There you go.
instead.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I go to shove it, and you stop me, and I just
I go, that
Alrighty. I think that makes sense and definitely applies
I
here.
failed, so we lose.
Great.
I rolled a 1.
You failed. Oh no.
Shit.
Even with the 7. Okay.
Wake,
What is that?
wake
That was a
me
plus
up.
6, by the way.
I
Yeah.
know it was. The dice says no.
Alrighty. So you kind of Kurt slams into that door a little bit, and you hear, or Alrune starts trying to pick that lock, and we hear the approach of another guard patrol. They see you fiddling with the door and begin to rush over to confront you.
All right.
You guys want to do here?
All right. I am a -1 persuasion.
Same, negative. One.
I
think we all do.
I'm gonna talk our way out of this.
I've got intimidation.
Well, no. Hold
The,
on. That's bad. They
The
know we're
enforcers that are approaching, they're in the normal garb of enforcers. They have the leather
Okay,
armor.
okay.
They have the net on their kind of belt, and they're approaching, saying, "Hey, what are you doing over there?"
Do you guys want to follow my lead? I got an idea.
I mean,
Try
Kurt,
anything at this point?
yeah, Kurt's
All right.
frozen.
Argo will look frustratingly at the kobold and gently smack him in the back of the head. Go, what do you mean you forgot the goddamn key? We're gonna have to walk all the way back to the tavern, you fool.
So the approaching enforcers will kind of slow down at hearing you say that. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, here's the first
It's
one.
stressful.
Hope these dice say yes.
Oh, that's a 15.
Oh, wow.
Here's a 15. Here's another persuasion. That's another 15.
Alrighty. They'll approach and you're beginning to get closer to a populated part of town. So this place isn't completely abandoned like the other ones are. And so it's not, unheard of for this to happen. So on their approach, they come up and say, sounds like you lost your keys there?
Yeah, my friend here got a little drunk, dropped his keys. I'm gonna have to walk all the way back to the goddamn tavern now. Isn't that right? Gently taps him on his horns. I'm assuming he has.
I beg and cower.
He's a little.
How does that feature work for kobolds?
Oh, it just is absolutely pathetic. That is the main point of it.
Yeah.
So it's allies have advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of me. I am just fully
He always gets like this when he's drunk. Excuse him.
And also to remind you, you don't want to be making attack rolls in the city. Like, as if you were thinking about it, you'll remember, oh yeah, the wardens will
No,
start
I'm just trying to
heading
look
after
pathetic. That's my main point.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Forgive him, officer. He's a little drunk.
Well, do you have a way to go find your keys? Are they back at the tavern, perhaps?
Oh yeah, my big friend here will carry. I pick up and hand our kobold to Hjalmar.
Hjalmar, who already has a couple
Oh wait, no, he'll
packs
hand
here.
it. Okay, he'll just carry him. He'll just carry him.
Okay.
I got my little kobold here. Yeah, we're gonna make our way back to the tavern, see if we can get our keys.
Alrighty. Let's see. Alright. So the guards say, alright, well, I wish you luck in finding your keys. I'd suggest that you, go talk to, and he says the name of a local smith that you haven't heard of before. That is kind of in charge of making keys for these types of doors nowadays. He says they might be able to make you a new one, but that's about it.
Oh well, thank you. Keep that in mind.
Alrighty. And they will turn around and continue on their route.
Keep that in mind, you dumbass guard.
I didn't
Roll
say
a natural one in recognizing the package on his back.
He looks
Righty.
like it's been a rough time. That was
So with
close,
that,
boys.
I am a big
You
guy,
all
so
cross over into the Frozen Swamp District, coming from the Frozen Sands District. At this point, the enforcers around here won't be looking specifically for you, so you are able to make your way. From there, Okay, so you guys are heading to the Hapless Hydra then. Yeah, going from the entrance to the district, you're able to make your way to the Hapless Hydra.
Oh, do we have the coin?
I'm not sure. I believe Gregory had the coin, but he also had handed it to.
I had shown it to him. I don't remember giving it to him.
Yeah.
All right, did we even need it for the meeting? I
Yeah,
thought we
that's
just
where we
needed
needed
to get
it.
the
It wasn't
goods.
for him.
You didn't need it for Meepo. You needed it more for once you hit the Hapless Hydra.
Oh, well, my whole point was to lose them and then meet up at the Hapless Hydra, so...
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Depending on
really
how
glad you didn't get caught.
Yeah, that would have complicated things quite a bit.
Yeah.
Depending on how long it took them to elude that stuff, I could be in transit or I could be there already drinking.
Yeah, I think you will already be there. And as far as you walking in, it's much the same experience that you had the day before. It is a smaller, quieter tavern than the Angry Tortoise. Let's see. Pull Gregory back out here.
So apparently it's much shadier than the Angry Tortoise. We have discovered.
Quite a bit. I mean, they don't even have a full wall set up, so absolutely shady.
This is the first time this has happened. This just crashed for me.
Oh. You're not in the game anymore, are you? Error.
Yep, there it goes.
Nice.
That's what happened. Okay.
You've been sent to the space between boards, a barren place.
So I am back in already, so if you hit OK on that, I think you should be. I fetch it.
Oh yeah, it's starting to pull us back.
Cool, I'm back in.
Same.
Too bad. Alrighty. So
these poor people
Gregory's
in there,
sitting
no
at the
walls.
bar, and the rest of you are entering fire. What's going on? Is there
Good.
any greetings exchanged between party members, or we just
Is-
going to talk to Foley?
Is everybody back in?
Yes. Oh, you're saying into the game.
Yeah, do you need to reload or anything? Are we missing assets, or
That is exactly what I.
is this what we got? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what's just. Well, we made it.
Excellent.
I'm getting a drink.
Where do I put this thing?
I don't know. We're supposed to give it to the proprietor of this place, right?
I believe so.
And you'll see Foley's back behind the bar, kind of making drinks and everything.
Is Jacob
Oh.
super quiet for anyone?
A little bit.
Oh yeah, his audio went
Yeah,
far
I've
away
been
now.
trying to speak a little softer because Rachel needs some space to.
Oh,
think.
yep. Let's increase Jacob.
That'll work.
Boom.
Excellent.
You're at 150%, sir. Use that power
Put
as you
him
will.
at 2 hundo.
So yeah, Foley is behind the bar, and he is currently fixing some drinks for the attendant that you remember being rather slow at getting you your drinks. She was occupied speaking to other table people. So How do you approach?
I guess Hjalmar just comes up behind Gregory if he's got the coin, right, to show that we're not duping anybody.
I mean, I'm perfectly comfortable to wait till she gets to us. I've been running all day.
But we don't need to show her the coin. We need to show Foley the coin.
Kurt, you mentioned ordering a drink.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get a drink first thing first. I don't want to look
Alright.
suspicious even being in here, so.
Okay.
Yeah, do what I do.
So once Foley hands a drink off to the barmaid, she will continue back over to a different table, and he'll see you standing there and say, "Ah, I see you're back. What can I get you?"
Were you still
Yeah.
possibly buying meat?
I'm still holding you, by the way.
Buying meat. I might do that, yeah. What do you got?
I pull out my very well preserved raptors and make a whole show of showing him this. Well, I try and grab the coin out of Gregory's hand to show the coin secretly to him.
I'll just
I'm
hand it
gonna-
over.
I'm
Doesn't
gonna
need to-
slip the fourth raptor from my belt, like quick into the box as Alrun's working on it.
Are you trying
That's
to do
been
that
hanging there
without
for like 3
without
days.
him seeing that it came from your belt?
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
I think that's gonna be a sleight of hand check to.
Yeah,
to slip
it sounds like
away.
it is. He's tired. He don't care. It's a 3.
That's a 3. So he
1,000.
he sees you putting that in and he says, "Oh, okay. So 3 fresh ones, 1 not so fresh. Okay. Well, I usually am not in the business of taking in whole raptors, but if that's what you got, I guess I'll
Oh, I can butcher them for a small fee.
mm. Okay, if that's the case, if you can do that, I'll let's see, 3 good ones. And you hear him kind of doing math in his head of how much he thinks this should be worth. He'll say, "I'll give you 25 silver for the lot if you butcher them."
Okay.
Awesome. And you wanted a drink?
Awesome sauce.
Awesome possum.
Awesome raptor.
And he'll turn around to grab an ale for Kurt as well. You said that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Oh man, I had his name down here. I had his
Foley.
name. Foley. Appreciate that, Foley.
So that'll be 4 copper.
4 copper it is. And you and I gotta talk about your branding at this bar, right? We're gonna make this place the hottest spot in all the triangle, alright?
Oh yeah, I already used your line from yesterday. Somebody else asked about the bar, and we said once you drink enough, you start seeing multiple heads.
I like that, Foley. Foley, that's good. That's a good start.
So I appreciate that. Actually, you know what? This one's on the house. And he'll slide your copper back to you.
You know what? I really appreciate that, Foley. We'll talk about franchising soon.
Oh, franchising.
Yeah. No, we'll get into it later.
Sounds like an ass I could deal with. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Hmm? No.
Anybody else want drinks?
I'm already drinking. I'm
Nudge one of the gentlemen that's holding the coin forward because Hjalmar's been carrying this stupid thing all afternoon across multiple city blocks. Kind of ready to get rid of it. Anyone?
Apparently, we have to deliver this to you now. And I'll. Actually, no. The little guy took the coin from me, so I don't have
Yeah.
it anymore.
Oh yeah, I was showing it to him during my negotiations.
Oh, okay. So upon seeing that, you'll see his face change to a more suspicious, wondering how you got a hold of that, and then he looks around at the rest of you, and Hilmar, his eyes kind of stop on you, and he will kind of look around the rest of the establishment and then say, "All right, follow me." And he'll walk into the back. There is he'll walk up these stairs that you'll see in the back there, and then on the right side of these stairs at the top on a kind of landing, he'll pull a torch down, and that entire wall will slide out.
What?
And there's a staircase leading down. He says, "Didn't peg y'all to be wrapped up with Evan Shaver, but come on down." And he will gesture down the stairs.
I look at my still full drink.
Can
You're
I
still
make
full
an?
drink?
They got coasters down there.
Oh yeah, you can take your drink with you.
All right.
Can I make an insight check to make sure he's not leading us into a dungeon?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, he's leading us into a dungeon. All right. It's just
Hope there's no dragon.
Eh.
What do you mean? We could barely escape guards, and you want to fight a dragon?
I'm
Far-
hanging at my 11.
Oh, okay.
As far as you
Alright,
can tell,
that's
his,
understandable.
His demeanor and everything seems pretty genuinely surprised, but also like this is a somewhat normal occurrence for him. So
Turn down the stairs.
alrighty, heading down
Carrying
this.
this thing forever. I'm getting tired of it. Just have to get rid of it.
Heading down the stairs. They were stone stairs up, and these are wooden stairs down that eventually turn into stone. The stairs lead down, and you can see at the bottom it's well lit at the bottom, and it opens up into a slightly larger bar. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
shit.
transfer you all over here.
The underbar, where the real drinks are poured.
No, I forgot to
Underbar.
Ooh. Hey, get me
forgot to
down
throw
there.
more people in there.
Oh, good. There's still a bar. Right here. Be right back.
Is
Is this one of the Hydra heads?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
You see Foley actually shuts the door behind you and continues to stay upstairs. There are actually a number of people down here, which I do not have doubt.
Down in this chair I just took, right?
No.
You just shove somebody in. Yeah, you. I'm sitting here now.
You'll see a tabaxi behind the bar, as well as a few individuals sitting around some of these tables down here. When you enter, they kind of look up, and their demeanor shifts because they, aren't used to seeing. They don't know who you are. Now I am realizing that these are showing up on the hidden layer by default, so they are not. I gotta go to each one and hide it.
good, so it is more packed than it appeared to be at first, so
Yes, it is. Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah. So they're all around some are just conversing lowly and drinking. And the tabaxi behind the bar looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, you got any better beer back there than what old Foley sells?
Oh, you're looking for drink?
I
Strange they
am,
let you
but,
down here for that.
No. We're here for something else. But I will take a nicer drink.
I do have that, though. And he kind of fishes behind. You prefer whiskey or ale?
I'll take an ale. I'll put that same 4 copper pieces out that you gave back to me. This is why I gave it back.
And he'll fill up straight from the barrel behind the bar and then hand that over to you. And when you take your first sip, you notice that the drink upstairs was watered down. This one is not.
This is what the good stuff is.
It's worth it for just that part of the.
Forget the mission, boys.
Absolutely.
We found our new home.
Absolutely.
I don't understand you flesh bags, and you need to consume poison.
We'll start to understand it.
I don't
So-
understand you and covering yourself in flammable liquids.
It's lubricant.
Stay away from the fireplace. Move to the other side of the room. No,
No.
that's not what I said.
So, pardon my caution, but how did you get down here? What are you doing here?
Alright, who's got that package?
This
Package.
thing,
Making a delivery.
Ah, you came from Meepo then.
Sure.
who's asking?
Yep.
My name is Merrick. I'm the head of this cell.
Looks more like a dungeon to me, but alright.
So, who do we talk to give this away?
That would be me. You can set it down here.
Oh, that's
He's just gonna he's gonna let it go. Finally, just set it on the floor. It's been ripping a like a line down his shoulder with the strap for
Yeah, because the way that Meepo constructed it too, it was not a comfortable strap. It
It's
was
not
like
a carryable. No.
something functionable, but not made for that.
You want it behind or in front?
Just off to the side here.
Okay.
I give him a weird look when he says behind or in front.
So yeah, he'll kind of take it from you once it's done. And
We need to work on your manners, Gregory.
the
Didn't say a damn thing. I was just giving you a look, because you know why.
I know that look.
this tabaxi is also he's kind of has white and gray fur. He's larger in build, almost looks more more tigerish in the face than normal tabaxi with their slender cat-like features. He's built pretty well, and taking it from you, he's able to heft it pretty well like you were. And he
give him a
kinda-
little peck flex as he takes it across the counter.
Okay, Armstrong, let's relax a little bit.
he smirks a little and says, you must have worn yourself out coming this far.
You have no idea.
back. And he kind of moves it over somewhere and sets it down, kind of ignoring it for now.
Kurt finishes his drink and looks at Hjalmar and goes,
You better try this.
Oh. What is he drinking?
I think he's just drinking a ale. But
You
not
have
watered down
my
stuff served upstairs.
size of those.
Mm,
Or do we have to
Yeah.
run upstairs?
he'll reach down and he'll grab out. There's a slightly larger one.
Nice.
If this will do,
Will do nicely.
be 6 copper for you.
I will put 6 copper on the counter
Okay.
for a well-earned drink.
He says, as he's pouring, you are new around here. New faces I do not recognize.
Say we're just here for a spot of business. Get what we need and go, you know, that kind of thing.
And
Unless
someone
it
gave
keeps
you a
interesting
coin?
us.
And did someone give you a coin?
Sure.
Do you still have it?
Who's got the
Who's that?
coin?
I think I do now.
You will not need it anymore. And he'll kind of put his hand out, as in expecting you to hand it to him.
That's the exchange.
I hand him a coin and then put out my hand for the our payment.
Ah, indeed. And he'll say a coin for some coin, and he'll reach under the counter and kind of you hear a creak of a small chest opening and the clinking of coins as he counts out, and he comes up with a kind of significantly large sack and sets it down on the table. Says, I believe going rate for this was 150 gold here.
Sounds
You should
about
have
right.
received one up front.
Do we remember
Yeah.
that that's correct?
We got a
I
chunk up
remember.
front.
Yeah,
before
we already
we-
got some.
Yeah.
We got that.
I think
Yeah,
it totaled
50 up
like
front.
what, 250, or is it 50 up front? Okay,
50
so it
up
was
front, 150
200
back.
total job.
I think that's right. If that number is not correct and we find that out, that's on me, and I will give you the extra gold if that's the thing.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
right.
I'll look it up after. Well, can I ask who gave you this coin?
Kinda
We'd
looked
make
at
you
the
pay for it.
Are we
Little
allowed to
bard's
say?
way.
I imagine it's somebody of our organization, so you should be safe to say it. I appreciate the caution, though.
A little songbird told us, or gave it to us.
The hell's a songbird?
It's a bird that sings. Good lord.
They all sing. They all go cheep, cheep.
I'm guessing Damnosia.
Damnosia. Right.
Yes.
Oh, I
Okay.
wasn't gonna do any name dropping, but all right.
Makes sense if she was trying out someone new. How much do you know about our organization?
Just that you work with Meepo.
So Damnosia did not tell you the nature of our organization?
She was awfully vague on just about everything she talked about, but generally, yeah, you guys don't quite jive too well with the ruling body of the city. And that's about the extent of our knowledge.
And I am making the assumption everything you do is legal, and I'm gonna stick with that assumption.
Okay. You do that. Well, if she did not tell you much, we are a bit of a, to your dismay, criminal organization here. We barter in stolen goods, information, and a few other things as well. But if she had you do this, she saw an opportunity with you. Are you looking for more work?
Depends. How do we get back down here to where the drinks are good? Since you took our coin.
Well, you will have to earn a seal to do that. These coins are used, and he kind of flips it around a finger, when we are evaluating someone new, and they were given for a mission, and in order to pick up your reward of sorts, or payment, you have to turn in the coin. And this keeps you from getting into places you're not supposed to be until we trust you.
Gotcha. So if I want the good drinks, I need to get a seal.
Indeed. Or if you head to the Angry Tortoise, they have about the same as what we have down here. We keep upstairs less appetizing to keep people away.
Well, you hear that, HJ? You've got low standards. That's okay. You need to drink volume more than quality, I imagine.
Although now Foley has this fool idea in his head of having a story behind our Hydra name.
Now, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. See, if you want an establishment to grow, you have to advertise.
It would be a good idea if we wanted it to grow. And if we weren't using it as a front.
Well, I didn't know that part when I told him that he should make it or have whatever.
Oh, you told him this?
Yes, no, I did.
Well,
No, you
Hydra
shouldn't. No, wait.
excuse for a tavern. It deserves to be better.
be careful what you tell to Foley. He will take things and run with them for fun too.
He's an impressionable fella. Got it.
I mean, I personally don't see the difference between a nice tavern or a bad tavern as far as a disguise. It's the same thing. It's just a tavern. More people, sure, but I mean, that's also a disguise.
True, but more eyes that could catch comings and goings of folks like you.
It's true, but, you know, you get into some shadier stuff, I mean, the authorities wouldn't look at such a place like that, right? Why would they question it? There's too many eyes. Who would hide there? See?
You may have a point.
Yeah,
There
it'll
are
come
advantages
around.
and disadvantages to
He's
it.
got something.
It'll come around.
Who bases their criminal activity out of the Oasis? See? That sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that's, yeah, you know, like, they wouldn't even think about that. But they would come here, that's right.
No one messes with the Oasis though. That Silro is impressively keen.
Well, you know, you get this tavern shiny enough, you might get the eyes of some councilmen who will protect it. You know, as long as you keep it under their nose, that the operation. You know what I'm talking about. You'll figure it out.
We have done our business as we have for long enough to try different things, so I appreciate the advice though.
On the way in here, I must say, my friend, he asked a pretty cool question. He asked if this is one of the heads of the Hydra. That's pretty cool. You know, like there's a secret meaning behind it. We came down here, is this one of the heads? Could be. That's a cool idea. You get like 5 more of these rooms all the way around, different secret entrances. I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't know if we could get the basement of next door establishments
It's
all the way
you know,
around.
Future.
See, this is why you have to set up in a much shadier section of town.
You gotta go even shadier.
Well, that seems like it would be the more obvious place.
Yeah, but they would never look there because it's too obvious.
If it's real shady, I mean, who's gonna hide in a shady place?
I think Hilmar's just gonna sit at the bar and kind of
Contemplate life.
stretch his shoulders out and try to finish his drink while they're chatting away. Yeah.
Poor HJ.
It was heavy, okay? And then I pulled Alrune and that thing out of the well.
I'm gonna say I pulled a Hemi. Pulled a Hemi.
No, I understand. You've
You'll
been
understand
working
in a
hard today.
few thousand years.
Yep. Believe it.
Well, is there anything else you're looking for?
I don't know. Are we looking for more work, gentlemen?
You're open to the idea of more work, but currently
We have some
we have
business.
other obligations. Is there a way we can reach out to your organization if we want to do more good work for you?
Just talk to Foley, maybe?
If you speak to Foley and you tell him you'd like to...
He did just let us down here. I don't think he's gonna forgive me.
True, but we would hope that upstairs you act like it's that establishment until Foley is going to lead you down here.
Understood.
If you tell him you heard a raven squawking,
Raven
that
squawk.
will
Classic. I like it.
signal him.
It's very, very classy. We'll do that.
Yes, there's a raven in the basement. We're raven exterminators.
Raven squawking. You gotta have the code.
I would,
Exactly the same.
I would avoid that phrasing, as my title is a raven.
Think he's messing with you.
That's pretty good. I didn't know his title was a raven.
And that is why I don't fault you.
Good title. No
I'm
word.
sorry. What was your name again?
The Raven. You just said.
My name
that's
is
so?
Merrick.
Can you spell that for me?
Merick. Merrick.
Right.
Good. I wrote your name down in my journal.
Good. Well, we don't have anything specific right now.
Well, good, because we have other business.
Yes, I was just asking how we reach out to you again. And as you said, we just need to ask about some ravens squawking, and then we'll.
Try to pass it off in conversation if you can.
There's some better food here, too, is there? Is Foley holding down us there, too?
We usually go
Food?
upstairs to get the food, so
Alright, never
he
mind.
has the good stuff.
Oh. Fortunate.
Finish my drink and wait by the stairs.
Yep, we gotta go do some other business.
Down mine. Empty.
Was nice meeting you all.
Yes, it was
Likewise.
nice meeting you too, Mr. Bird.
I didn't happen to get your names. Would you mind introducing yourselves?
My name is the Stone. Call me the Stone.
That's not his name.
We're using code names. Come on.
Wait,
I mean, I gave you my real name.
yeah,
Which
well,
was
big-
probably a code name.
Probably code name.
Well, as far as you know, it's my real name.
All right, I'm gonna give
Well,
everybody.
didn't know it was your real name. Then he said something like that.
I'm gonna give everybody code
Give us-
names. All right.
give us all code names.
All right. I'm the Stone, and I pointed at Hilmar, and I said, "That's Big Jack." All right. I call him Big Jack. And
Why?
then I point at Alrune. I say, "This is the squirrel. He gets through anything fast. Nobody sees him. Big Jack he speaks for
And
himself.
don't ask him about his nuts.
Don't ask him." And I point at Gregory. It's called. He's like, "This is crossbow. It's called crossbow because he's always pointing crossbows at people. So you be careful." And then I look at Argo. This is Birdhouse. Don't ask why it's called Birdhouse. He'll kill you in your sleep. You be careful.
Oh my god, why would you say that?
Last thing you'll hear is tweet, tweet, tweet.
The Stone, Big Jack, the Squirrel, Crossbow, and Birdhouse. You remember those names, sir?
You never told him why I'm Big Jack.
Speaks
Don't
for
have a reason?
itself. Speaks for itself.
It does. It really does. You look like a big Jack.
Big Jack, alright?
All right.
That's true.
You don't ask questions.
Looks like he needs to do a Big Jack every morning, if you know what I'm saying.
I feel like I got to ask questions at this point. It's getting a little odd.
Does your group have a name, or is it just individuals?
We're the Mighty Morphin Dungeon Rangers.
We're the gruff gang. Because we all talk gruff. Except the little one. Except squirrels.
Well, I've heard two proposals.
We're the
And
Mighty
you can
Morphin
tell he's
Gruffer
like-
Rangers, alright? That's our name.
I propose the Gruffians.
We're the Gruffians.
Oh, the gruffians, yeah.
It's a mix of everything. We're the Gruffians, alright?
Can our group code name just be Deep South?
No, it's great. It's great. It's Gruffians. We're the Gruffians.
We're the Deep South
We're
Gruffians.
the Deep South Ruffians. That's what we are.
Don't make me get my Bible belt.
I don't want to be that. Can
Yeah,
we just be the Gruffians? Let's just be the Gruffians.
You can see on his face too, like he's smiling, like he knows this is all BS. Like
No, this is serious. All right, Big Jack,
This is a
birdhouse,
pleasure.
squirrel, crossbow. Let's go.
I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Alrighty. So y'all make your way back up, and there's a
Kurt apologizes and then he gets up there. He says, "I'm sorry, the ale was really strong."
there's
Thought I
a
was HJ. What happened to that?
You're gonna be HJ. Sorry.
The great part about all this is that he knocks on the crossbow. This is just an antique. Can't actually shoot this. It'll splinter into pieces.
It's ornamental.
He should have been Huge Jack, then he could have stayed being HJ.
Oh, he could have. Damn it! All right, we're changing it from now on to Huge Jack.
do you call that back down the stairs?
I go back down and say, "It's Huge Jack." You remember?
Okay.
HJ for short.
Screaming down the door of the secret
No,
entrance
I don't do that. I don't go down there.
while standing in the common space.
Nobody saw that.
He looks up with like a puzzled, "What are you doing?" expression. He says,
Gumler's
"Okay."
just like waving his hands. He's just like closing the door while he shakes his head. He's just don't even. He's got that like don't even ask look on him.
I need another drink.
And on the inside of this door, there's a pull handle that will crack open the door.
Oh,
Like,
so he's
from
like
this
yanking
side.
on it's not moving. Oh, they're done.
Yep. Yeah, because like this was the back of a wall. There's no actual like
Yeah.
handle to grasp.
Oh, okay.
There's
Okay.
a switch on
It's
the wall.
too good.
Right. Yeah. Alrighty. So you guys are back into the slightly more lit upper area of the hapless Hydra now, and where do you wish to go from here?
Well, did we want to see if we could fit in the labyrinth this week?
We got business there. We should make a decent appointment.
Do we
So
still
you
have a
know-
few days?
Yeah, you'll remember that the reset happens in a couple of days, and you'll have to come back after the reset. Was the kind of arrangement that you had with them before.
Wait, we can't go in this time? We have to wait?
Right, you were not certified for the floors that haven't been fully explored already. Yeah, so you're
We show up on first day, we can be the first ones in on the first floor.
Right, so we're on... It'd be the end of tomorrow.
We
would
got
be the
nothing going
reset.
on. Let's just wait for
And
the
then the
time.
next...
I guess that's what we'll do.
I got nothing.
Right.
I got a cot at the church that I can stay at for free, so that's probably where you'll find me. Oh, can I get my cut of that gold just so I can manage
Oh yeah,
some of
30 for each person.
How much?
30 for each. Ooh.
Nice.
Wee.
Well,
Do we... So, up north, DM,
Mhm.
how long of a trip was it up north? Did I ever hear how long it took to get up there or anything like that to the...
So, to get up to the Goliath tribes?
Well, so, starting with, Kira, not all the way to the tribes, like... Because she lives, like, outside of the, like, kind of separated from them, right? Is she closer or is
Yes.
she further away?
She's close enough to it that it's basically the same
It's
destination.
about the same. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Was
So
kind
if
of
we were to workshop how long that took to get there, the
yes,
Northward
that's,
Peaks?
that's gonna take the better part of a 10-day.
Okay, so it's not just like a day we could use to burn or something. Okay.
It is a significant travel.
Gotcha.
You said we each got a third of a gold?
30 gold.
30 gold. Okay,
We
that's
all
much
got 30
better.
gold each. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
A third of
Yeah,
a gold.
uh,
Jesus Christ. Like the missions.
Mr. Gregory only gets a third of a gold. I'll take the rest of his cut.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
All
that's
he
fine.
did was run away. Jeez.
I mean, he was, yeah, he's distracted.
I mean, ultimately, I guess it didn't matter that I did that, but you
Still
know, it's
failed.
fine.
Yeah.
So are you all leaving the Hapless Hydra then?
Yeah, I think, I mean, Kurt's probably looking at folks since we're trying to figure out what we do next, and he says,
So we got a day and a half before that labyrinth opens?
Yep.
I'll meet y'all at the allotted time. If you need me, I'll be at the cathedral. But, you know, I imagine we can all just probably take some time to relax since we've been on the road for a while, doing quite a bit. Then we can just meet up and head down there next thing. Don't gotta put any complication between it unless there's something that need be doing.
Well, sounds like a good opportunity for a time skip to me.
A good opportunity
wanna-
for some rest.
You don't want to hang out with me?
No. See you in a day.
So
Wow.
one thing I will mention before we hit this, which I actually was going to, I had this later in my notes of like we can pull back and do a day of downtime if we'd like.
Yeah.
But one thing as you're walking out of the Hapless Hydra to wherever you're going, there are town criers out and about, giving announcements to the general populace of the city. And the one that stands out to you is that Councilman Quesh Hollowstorm has died while investigating ruins outside the city. A memorial will be held at the archives, first moon, third phase, 6th day. Archivist Femwith Aziza is to succeed him both on the council and as head of the archive. And that a merchant caravan has arrived on the palace grounds was the continuation of the next thing that they would talk about.
So there's a
Right.
Quesh memorial.
Questionable.
Well, he's only sort of dead.
Half dead. Undead.
Maybe a little
On. Put a U and an N out in front of it. I think that'll work. Yeah, only bit of downtime Kurt would have in this time would just be, he'd probably blacksmith for money.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm ready.
Do we want to... Yeah, we can take a step back and zoom our camera out. We've spent time in the city enough to be kind of acquainted with it. If you'd like to... fast forward a bit to the day that the catacombs are open to you. We can definitely do that and treat the time until then as downtime.
Mhm.
If there are specific tasks you'd like to accomplish, things you'd like to research, or NPCs that you'd like to talk to, we can do some scenes for those. We can also pull from the downtime activities as well.
I will just be doing blacksmithing, so it's pretty simple.
Do we know if Noan was coming back here, or if he was staying at Fort Spirit?
I don't think you know that. He did give you the information that he spends most of his time at the Spires, unless he's on council duties, which he'll be at the palace for.
Is the Spire? Those are around Warden's Charge, right?
Correct. They're just outside the walls, I think. Southwest. Yeah.
No, I think Hjalmar would use the downtime to maybe look into his order and what they do, and because we kind of got like a boilerplate thing from Domnolcia,
Mhm.
but actually like going in and seeing what they're up to, or maybe asking a few questions.
Okay.
I will probably join you on that due to the point that monk order.
Oh yeah, I'm monastic, yeah, the whole thing. So yeah, that
Fantastic.
I would spend the downtime looking for Inoan, maybe Inoan specifically, but if he's, obviously he's probably got himself pretty well protected, at least from the outside, from non-appointment type people. So,
Well, from the time that you had visited the Spires, there's not really a bunch of shielding there for that, but
okay.
we will pull you and Elrin over to the Spires map. In getting there, you would have to leave the city gates a bit. You will kind of head out to follow there's like a path that leads along the riverside, and you will come to a spot where there are stone pillars sticking up from inside the riverbed itself. You see people out there, some jumping from stone to stone, some meditating on what looks like a balanced rock on top of a very skinny one that comes up to a point. And others are going through forms of some more meditative style of almost like Tai Chi or yoga while out on these spires. And you see some of the newer ones falling into the river and having to pull themselves back out.
How many Goliaths do I see?
You will only see Inoan.
Gotcha. Okay.
Who is, if you shift your camera up.
Yeah, I've got him.
To the right there.
He's in the robed, or?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he is in essentially the same garb that you saw him in before. Currently cross-legged on a stone, kind of sitting in a meditative pose. His
still with
mask
his mask?
Still on his face. Yep.
Gotcha.
But his hood is pulled down.
Well, I suppose we should wait till they are done, so as not to disturb them.
You'll hear a booming voice coming from Inoan's direction say, "If you wait, you'll wait for hours. If you wish to speak, come out here."
Oh, go out there? Nice.
I guess
How big is the gap between each rock? Are there rules for this? I'm assuming there are.
It's essentially gonna be and well, you get to choose how you want to go
Okay.
about this, right? If you're wanting to jump from rock to rock, it would probably be an acrobatics check.
Yeah, no big
however
deal.
else
Just
you
an
want to go.
acrobatics check. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do the rock to rock one, but I'll spend a key point and do Step of the Wind and just
Be there.
Jump a bunch.
And jump
What
a
does
bunch.
Step of the Wind give you mechanically?
It gives me I can do
Movement speed, I think.
disengage and dash as a bonus action, but my jump distance is also doubled.
Okay, so your jump distance doubled. I'll still have you make the acrobatics check, but I'll give you advantage for that.
Or an odd advantage thing.
What route are you taking?
Uh,
There are kind of larger stones that you could jump between, and there are specifically smaller ones. And you see, like, some of the other people are trying to specifically jump from like smaller to smaller stones, just to like that is they're testing themselves. They're trying to.
I
take
will
the
test
harder
myself
path.
as well. Why not?
Okay. So that'll raise the.
Don't fall in the green oil.
It's blue.
Oh, excuse me.
There we go.
If you zoom in, it's green. So
22. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, you go along some of these smaller stones. You jump from
man.
rock to rock expertly, your feet landing in the specific spots that you had mapped out in your head, and you're able to bounce from stone to stone easily, making it all the way across to Inoan's stone there.
The token falls in the water, you fall in real life.
No. Ah.
I start looking for a spot to tie a rope to help him out of the water.
How is Elmar gonna attempt this?
Well, I kind of don't want to bust the smaller stones, rocks.
Okay. So going for the larger
I'll
ones.
take the ones that I know if I land on them, I'm not going to completely
Okay.
crumble it and fall into the. Yeah.
Starting
So
over
assume
here, probably.
Assuming a
up
lower
the
DC for this, I hope. 'Cause- Acrobatics check?
Yeah.
Not athletics?
If you're trying to jump stone to stone, it's definitely going to be acrobatics.
Alright. I don't like
Anybody-
this very much, so we'll
anybody-
see what happens. Huh?
Anyone else getting serious like Diablo vibes from this music?
It's the Spanish guitar. It's amazing.
Elmar, you jump down. You're not as graceful as Aurun was, but in your thundering steps, you are able to hop from one stone to the next and then make one leap. You grab onto the side of this stone and are able to pull yourself up with your strength to
Nice. I did a full 360
There.
there too, apparently.
without without touching the water.
Nice.
And no one comes out of his meditative pose and says, "Impressive, neither of you touched the water. Better than some of our first people here." Turn to face you.
I don't do well in the water, so I try to stay out of it.
Bad place for you then.
I just didn't want them to show me up.
You, I feel, would fit in well here.
I just had a few questions.
More than
Under, friendlier circumstances. Other than a pit fight.
Well, regardless of where I am, you're welcome to ask.
I want to know more about Kira.
What
Do you
has-
know her well? Or have you only heard stories?
I know her fairly well. The question I have for you is, why do you hang on to this? What is driving you to ask this?
I'm looking for people like me.
For what purpose?
Connection, perhaps, to the before.
Seems we have similar goals. I too took that path. And that is what I hoped to help you avoid.
You mentioned you failed.
I did.
How?
I sought out the tribes, looking for family, such as you had. And when I got there, their anger, their rage surprised me, but I was able to hold my own at the time. They respected me enough to bring me into their fold. But spending time among them, I also began to lose control. They had been here for centuries. I, being newer, Kira saw an opportunity. She pulled me from the brink.
And that is why you're here.
Yes, I returned here to avoid succumbing to this again.
Hmm. Interesting.
He strokes his beard for a minute, kind of not necessarily what he wanted to hear, I suppose.
Yeah.
He was already warned once, but he figured it was in passing because of the, they had encountered each other in a hostile situation, essentially.
I now spend my time here trying to delve into my own mind to find what I can about the past. I have had some success, but
Yeah.
as I believe I told you the other night, I don't know if I will ever be able to fully realize this dream.
Speaking of
Yes.
dreams,
You've had your second night.
6.
mhm,
Unfortunately, they do not stop.
Eliminating.
there was something else.
What do you mean?
And he kind of cautiously, I guess, explains what had happened. Maybe not the details of not like the extra like ritualistic details in the inn room essentially, but maybe just describing the fact of something taking hold temporarily. And I guess he's kind of bringing it as a, how can we draw a comparison to the people up north?
So are you just telling him, like, you woke up and there were carvings everywhere and it seemed like you did it? Or are you telling him specifics about the dream that happened with that?
He would kind of stick, because we don't know 100%. He doesn't know 100% if he can trust an Owen yet. So he wouldn't go into the details of the carvings, all that crazy shit, right? Maybe just the being out of control, I guess, in a dream, and trying to equate that to whatever this, like, tribe deals with, right? Animalistically. So,
Ed, you waiting for something?
Just a side game note. I have 9 minutes before I do have to go.
Okay.
Oh God, where'd the time go?
oh wait,
Yeah, I'm totally absorbed with this conversation.
So it seems you have... You said you lost control during a dream?
Sleep. Mm-hmm.
That's not anything I've ever heard of related to our kind. So if that indeed happened, that seems like something else.
Something you can help with?
I wouldn't know where to start. I am not a purveyor of spirits. I work on self-reflection and understanding the ways within the body. I can check that, but that is about all I could do.
yeah, I guess he would inquire as to what that would entail.
You see him kind of look left and then right, looking at Alrune and then yourself, and then reaches with each hand quickly and jolts his hands, smacking the center of each of your chest. He doesn't knock you off. He holds you still there.
Okay.
And you feel a kind of warmth from his hand enter your body. It kind of swirls into different areas, and he pulls his hands back and he says, "What I did just now healed you of any disease you might have had."
Can you warn me next time, perhaps?
And if either of you were missing hit points, he also restored some of those.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
And he says, "I did feel something strange. It's not a thing I was able to heal. That in itself is strange.
Something.
It's in
diagnosis.
both.
It's in both? Oh, fuck.
Both of us?
And that's where we're gonna call tonight's session.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I found stuff in you that I couldn't figure out. Remember with the identify?
Yep.
You've got a visitor.
We all do.
No, I don't. I'm fine.
Identify you right now.
We were all in that room with Flesh
we're in
when
a
he
long
turned into a
rest. We're in a
ghost.
long
So
rest.
yeah.
True.
I escaped that temple.
Oh, what if it is just people who like
Did
stay-
you? Did you escape that temple?
We'll see.
Hmm.
We'll see. Oh,
I got out.
I escaped that temple too.
I have a theory, but I don't want to say it now because I'm afraid of it being a spoiler because it sounds
Throw it out
actually
there.
correct.
Just a theory.
You throw it out there, man.
Yeah, you
I
don't know any
think-
better.
I think Quesh is in all of you, all of us. I think Quesh broke up into us.
That's questionable.
No.
That is
You're-
That's very
questionable.
questionable.
Oh my god. God.
So we're getting his memories
I
effectively.
wonder if he is inside of all of us. Somehow.
Well,
like a
he
split
seemed
soul.
to have disappeared before we left, though, right? So
What if he's a good guy?
I never
what if,
saw him come out.
What if he's a
I
good
was-
guy?
I was outside.
And it's true. What if he's a good guy, and what if he's like actually trying to like get out of here, and he's gonna like through us help
Well,
that scenario?
you guys saw what I destroyed the room with writing, right?
Yeah.
We are somehow trapped here.
So I'm also
So-
gonna give a. I don't know. This probably won't happen, but part of me wonders if we have to go back to the place where we met him.
Well, yeah, that's on the table.
Eventually.
I think even somebody brought that
We
up.
well, when in my dream, the pedestal that all
Yeah.
of the gems were surrounding looked exactly like what he was messing with. So
Going back early is a mistake.
yeah,
Early
it's
is
too
a mistake,
dangerous.
Yeah, not
we don't
yet.
have anything to put in that pedestal.
Yeah, not yet, but
So
I do think something is there. But now I might hold to that theory for a little bit until it gets completely put away. That I think he might be broken spirit inside of us, maybe guiding us towards his own work or something. I don't know, something. He's gonna turn out being a good guy or some shit.
Or he's super evil, and
Or he's
inside of
super
us.
evil and he's inside of us trying to like mess it up or something. I don't know.
We're
Yeah.
all phylacteries now.
or he's
Ooh.
pulling
Oh,
he's
fuck.
pulling a reverse psychology
Yeah, it could be.
and saying you need to escape, but he's like the evil guy that wants us to
Yeah,
stay.
like maybe escaping,
Right?
or
Yeah.
escaping could be like bad. I don't know. I think that Quesh is still involved in us in some way. I mean, your vision says that, but like, I wonder if it is as far as literally his spirit broke into all of us.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
who
mean-
knows? At least half the party right now is on a vision quest.
Quesh.
Question.
I love you, man. I love that shit. That's the best. Vision Quesh. All right, I'm
I
going
wanna
to turn
die.
off the stream. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you for the next one. Bye.
Bye.